I don't know about you all, but as a trans woman, I have spent my entire life merely trying to exist. I don't want to see everyone else dragged back to those times. It's terrifying because the hate and bigotry that is leading, I'm sorry? Oh. Okay. Oh, thank you, Karen. I'm guessing that's your name.
Good for you.
I am. Thank you. Oh no, it's okay. I enjoy this. I really do. But anyway, with all of that said, thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. It's okay. It's okay. I get it. We absolutely do have other speakers. But you know what? The voices that are the most oppressed are the ones that should be out in front speaking the most. And the fact that you don't recognize that says that you have a lot of work to do. Now, stepping out of my hat as the president of the Women's March and stepping forward as Deja Alvarez the person, I am also proud that I am running, and if elected, I will be the first trans woman in the Pennsylvania State House and the first trans Latina elected to a legislator in the nation. I hope I can still count on your vote. Thank you, everyone.
Deja Alvarez, you have stepped up in so many different sectors for the community that you're a part of. And you've probably heard a lot of painful stories. And I imagine it's got to be very difficult to be working in some of the areas where you have taken up to help people. What motivates your strength? What carries you forward?
Understanding that all of this is about trying to make change and help others to not have to go through what so many of us have experienced. That includes being discriminated against as a trans woman. So for me, it's just remembering my own experiences and being able to touch on those experiences with a level of understanding that when things do get hard, I can kind of look back and think, well, you know what? I've been through worse. And the idea behind all of this is to hopefully make enough change that someone else will not have to go through this and someone else will not have to experience this.
The trans community has, I would say, made some tremendous strides in terms of visibility over the last few years. And though there's a long way to go, what advice would you have for a young trans person who is just coming into their own and accepting who they are, but is wrestling with issues both internally and externally, preventing them from stepping up to who they really are inside?
It's hard to tell them that, hey, it will always get better. Hey, don't let the bad times get you. Don't let it beat you down. Because there are moments where it does happen. What I will say is that we are starting to see a light at the end of the tunnel. Let's be realistic. Yes, it's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. We're all going to have different hardships. There are certain situations that individuals are in that may not be safe for them to transition. And I think that that's something that's important to recognize as well, that as much as you feel that you want to be able to live as you, make sure that you're in a safe place. Also, look around at who else in the community. Look for some groups online. Look for community members that may be seen as leaders or advocates or activists. And you should be able to reach out to them or those around them. When I was trying to figure out, how in the world am I a woman? Like, I know I'm not technically supposed to be, but I also know that I am. The internet was just kind of starting to get, I'm aging myself a bit. And, so there was no way for me to navigate it. So I had to try and figure it out myself. And I think that's what a lot of us are working very, very hard for right now, is to make sure that the next person isn't going to have no resources. But I would say, don't give up hope. It does get better. I know that sounds like such a cliche, but honestly, it does. It does get better. Like, even on my worst days, I remind myself, don't give up. Time is something that passes. And so this moment that I'm in right now is not going to last forever. I know I just have to get through this moment. The moment you're in right now is not where you're going to be in maybe 5 hours or maybe 5 days or, maybe 5 months or 5 years, but that's not where you're going to be.